All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Fight Game podcast. I am super excited to have this rising light heavyweight, soon to be rising middleweight MMA athlete on the show. We welcome Jesse, the gingerbread Pastore, on the call. He is fighting May 31st, 2025 in Rochester, New York. It's a champion versus champion bout. It is for the ISKA Northeast Regional Light Heavyweight Championship that I personally tried to get as a prestigious title due to Jesse's current ranking in the Northeast, which is number 3. He's boasting a 5-1 MMA record, 4 KO, TKO wins, 1 decision. He's fighting Colin Robinson out of Massachusetts, who's number 1 ranked, 7-3 MMA, 2 KOs, TKOs, 2 submissions, 3 decisions. They are also fighting for the organizational light heavyweight championship bout on May 31st. Jesse, I truly appreciate the time. This is a big, big fight in North America for the light heavyweights. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Camp's about to be finished up. You know, not too sore, not too injured, so feeling solid.
Yeah, before we got on the call, Kevin Carrier gave you a nice little beauty mark right on your nose. Is that right? Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah. He poked me with his finger.
There you go. Kevin Carrier fighting at LFA on June 20th in Salamanca. Big fight for him. Let's get right into that before we get into the bout. You recently just transitioned over to Synthesis Martial Arts. Casey Lamb, John Piersma, Orelvis,
Mhm.
all those guys.
Mhm.
What has that done for you for this camp?
It's done a lot. They got a lot of guys there, a lot of bigger guys, a lot of um, well knowledge guys. Kevin's knowledge of the game is insane. I've picked up so many just small little things in just the last like 4 or 5 weeks that I've started, things that I'm already using in sparring that I'm already picking up on that he's shown like one time. He's he's got so much knowledge. So and he's constantly just showing things, constantly picking apart the little issues he sees during sparring, and then he'll pull you to the side, and he'll talk and show you what to do. And yeah, I've just developed so much in 5 weeks. So it's just a ton of good work there.
Yeah, I've known those guys for a long time. I've known Casey, the owner of Synthesis, for 20 plus years. John Piersma, who I actually helped get a fight with Combat FC June 13th for an interim welterweight bout. And then obviously, Kevin, and then you got the stable of young assassins. You have Mitch White, you have Jason
Mm-hmm.
Schmelzer, you have Joe Johnson, who will be fighting Brandon Hay at K4 for their 125-pound flyweight title June
Mm-hmm.
21st. Who else do you have over there? You got Tristan Bray over there. You got Corey Berardi, who's just an OG assassin. What is training with all, and you got Dominic Angelisa, who's also on your card.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, it's a ton of good work all around. We all develop each other. We all have different styles. So, if I get with the lighter guys, I can work more flowy things and I can work just everyone's style. Everyone's different there. There's no like set, like it's not like in the gym you come in and it's like, oh, this is the way we do things. It's everyone works off of their styles and their talents. And then you get to work and develop off of theirs, and that's how it should be. It should never be one way or the only way. You should constantly be developing it in every way. You pick up something stupid that Tristan does, some stupid combo he likes to throw, and then you just pick up on it, but it works. It works because 205 guys don't throw stuff like that. Like that's different. And now I'm touching dudes, and I'm able just to put little things in the game. Julius Rouse, we've been working just little combos. I won't specify, but little things that
Yep.
like he showed me, and I'm touching people with. I'm touching people with every time I spar. Even if I spar them once, twice, 3 times, I'm still touching them with the same combos. just because it flows right, you know. So everyone just you just develop, you just learn, and you pick up on everyone's skills and their talents there. Shit.
Yeah, picking up on their skills, it's a stable assassin. I've actually gone up and watched you guys spar, on Saturday, and I see what you're saying with the different intricacies. I've seen you go with John Pearson, I've seen you go with Kevin Kerr, even Ian, I think his last name Schwartzmeyer, if
Yep.
I'm not mistaken. He's another guy to watch, and he's a stud. I actually enjoyed watching you guys go when I was there. So, definitely making the right move there. And then you go to a couple other places too, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, I train all around, you know. I train over at like Rochester Muay Thai. You
Mhm.
know, I still go to Bones if I can. I head down to Jacal MMA out in Schenectady. I fought their guy Paul there, but they've invited me out, so I'll go and train with those guys. MVM MMA, I've trained there before. You know, I'm big on the cross training. I'm big on just going places. You know, after either I fought their guys and now we're good, you know, or whatever. You know, and just developing. You know, everyone has something to show you, and you can develop no matter where you go. You know, and it's I think the best way to become well rounded instead of just like always doing the same thing. You spar with the same guys every day. You get used to their, you know, their little what's the word I'm looking for? Just like how they spar, you know, you just get used to how they spar and you guys get kind of used to each other. And then you
The
know, like, oh,
patterns and stuff.
yep, oh, he's going here. Like, I know what to do that because that's what he does, you know. You got to go to these different gyms, get these different looks, and you got to, how you develop your IQ, you know, okay, this guy's, how do I beat this guy? I can't touch him with the regular stuff. You know, he's stuffing all my takedowns. I got to set this up differently because that's what it's going to be in the ring. You know, you're going to get in there and you're going to have to figure it out. You have your coaches and everything, but they're only there in between rounds, you know? So,
Mhm. Mhm. And you mentioning Schenectady, you're obviously the reigning and defending Cage Wars champion, Tim Rankin's Cage Wars. You're fighting another champion for Cage Titans in the Northeast, Colin Robinson, who's ranked number one. What are your expectations going into it Saturday night, May 31st?
I mean, Colin's got a really good record. It looks like he's well rounded, the big guy, you know. I don't really have expectations of anything. It looks like he wants to strike, but, you know, who knows? I knock everyone out, so maybe he doesn't want to do that with me, you know, so maybe he tries to take me down, but there's no shot this guy's grabbing me like John Charisma is. So I'm not really too worried about it, you know. So I just trained all around. That's how I train for everyone. You know, I look at their strengths and I plan for it, but you got to plan for the unexpected too. You know, it's the fight game and it's MMA and you can do anything. And this guy might be doing straight jits for the last however long training, and that might be what he goes for. You know, and he'll be in for a rude awakening. You know, so I think potentially he could go all 3 rounds. It looks like he's got a chin on him. You know, I want that. I've been wanting to like really bang with someone. So hopefully this is a big guy. But also if I get in there and knock him out like everyone else, I won't be mad about it. No. Who knows? Maybe I get a submission this one. Switch it up. So
If there were betting lines in amateur, you getting a submission would be like plus 2,000, and then
yeah.
the knockout would be like minus 1,000. With those
I
those
just
nukes in your hands.
I hate doing I mean I can do it. I hate grappling, man. I really do. I really do. I hate it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
So when we went to set up this bout, we got with the ISK regional director Joe Wall, and we got the Northeast Regional Light Heavyweight Championship, which is the first time that I've ever seen a prestigious title like that, being offered. You also have the organizational light heavyweight title that you're competing for on May 31st. What does that mean to you? And is that kind of like your your goodbye song to 205? Because you have stated with me prior that 185 is really where you see yourself in the future and in the professional ranks, right?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to all these belts, if I'm being honest, they don't quite all make sense to me, you know. It's cool. It's cool. It's another accolade added on to to the resume. So that's sweet, you know. I I only did it because, you soft talked to me so well and got me on this card. You're the whole reason I'm doing it. So,
I appreciate that.
um, yeah, it's another accolade. So it doesn't mean too much. I mean, it's cool, but I'm yeah. But 85 is definitely, I think, where I want to go. I planned on doing 85 for my last fight, but my guy got injured. He fell through. I was on track for the weight. So my next fight will be my last amateur. It will be at 85. And that's just to honestly see how the cut goes, you know. But I think 85, just based on my height, would be like really ideal for me. I think I'm destroying 85ers with my style, and just how strong I am and what I can do. 205, I think I'm still taking guys out. I just think it'd be a little bit harder because these are bigger guys. Um, but I am only 5'11", so I think 85 would really. There's tall guys there too, but they're not going to be as strong as me. So I think 85 is definitely where I'm going to thrive.
Would there ever be a day that you'd see, welterweight at 170 pounds or no?
I'd have to see how 85 felt, to be honest with you. I haven't been sub 200 ever since I remember.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, I was walking around like 215 ish, right before my guy got injured, and I was just a couple weeks out, and I was feeling pretty good. I was pretty shredded. 170 would be sick. I think I absolutely annihilate people at 170.
I do too.
Um, I, I I think I'm weight bullying at that point, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if I could make that cut. I've got some thick legs, man.
I know
I
you
got some
do.
thick ass legs. So and I've just got like this really wide frame. So I'll see how 85 feels, and if I'm feeling good and like, oh, maybe I could even do less, then it could be potentially, but I'd
Mhm.
have to see 85 first to even think that.
Yeah, I mean, you got, Pena Performance, you got Eric Pena, Dara Hetrick from Platinum Plate LLC, who, I have a relationship with, doing Kayla Harris and Dustin Poirier's weight cut. You also have a
Mhm.
guy just a couple hours north of us, Matt Speciale, who's Isabella Filipazzo's um, coach who
Yeah,
does the nutrition stuff. So, it may not be a bad idea to talk to those guys, kind of just feel them out. You at
yeah.
170, I mean, you at 205 is scary. You at 185 is scarier, but fuck. 170, Jesse, the gingerbread man, whoo, look out.
I
That's
I couldn't
dangerous.
I couldn't imagine. I'd be absolutely so shredded. It'd be insane.
And we've documented, before you started your mixed martial arts journey, you were well over 300, right?
Yeah, it's 350 at my top.
300 pounds, dude. Look at
Hmm.
the full circle moment that you've had, coming back to this,
Yeah,
it's amazing. So, after this fight on May 31st, you're looking, barring damage and things like that, you're looking to go to 185, then you're gonna make that pro jump. That's basically what's next for you, right?
that's the goal. That is the goal.
Yeah, no,
It's about that time for me to start getting paid for this. So
I don't disagree. I know the boys up at Combat FC in Boston are definitely Rick Caldwell, Joe Cavallero. I know they're excited to see you. Obviously, I have a lot of connections in relationships, so we can get things done as well.
sure,
Never know where a pro MMA fight in the Buffalo area may come as well. But before
yep.
I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors? I know your gym, LA Fitness East Sport, in Henrietta is coming to support you and
Yep.
Victoria Cramp, who are also on the card. Is there anybody else that you want to thank, give a shout out to?
Just, my teammates, my friends, my family, just all the regular, the sponsors, everyone that helps out, you know, everyone knows who they are. It's always appreciated, you know. It always helps out with, the training partners coming in, giving me the extra rounds, the sponsorships helping me get through camp so I don't have to work as much or maybe take a little time off of this weight cut week coming up where I'm going to be miserable, you know. Is that
Any
just
any 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 specific sponsors?
yeah, LA Fitness, has helped me a ton. They got a table from me, they're coming to sponsor. They're always hyping me up every time I come in here. I'm here right now, actually. Um, Pizza 151 sponsors me for my last couple of fights. Best pizza out.
I agree.
If you want some good pizza, it's Pizza 151. Um, Brain farting. I'm
That's
forgetting
all
my
right.
sponsors.
That's all right. But I can't stress it enough. Even though I'm not with the organization anymore, we got this fight done. It means a lot to me that you're sticking with this fight. It's a massive fight. It can't get any bigger in the
Yeah,
205-pound light heavyweight division in North America between you and Colin Robinson. You have the
yeah,
organizational light heavyweight championship, but then the feather for the resume is definitely that ISK Northeast Regional Light
yeah,
Heavyweight Championship. I know Joe Wall has a different type of belt, which is pretty badass. I've seen the pictures of it, so I'm pumped to see both of you guys, compete for it. The
yeah.
sky, the sky is the limit. I will definitely be watching and you performing on Saturday night, and then who knows, might get you another fight booked in August. So we'll see about that, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm
But
stoked. So yeah,
say that again.
I said I'm stoked. I hope the FCP thanked you for their main event because you're the whole reason it happened. So
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I think if those if you know
you
basically
know,
is how it goes. You treat people the right way, you help them, you do things right, make their jobs easier, take away all the bullshit so they can just worry about performing and training and things like that. But those who know the deal. But
mm-hmm.
the future is bright for me. Don't worry about me. I've definitely got some things in the works. And that I'm looking forward to seeing you compete May, but August might be a fun one. So I'm pumped for that. We don't want to get too far ahead of anything. But
Yeah,
Jesse, I truly appreciate the time before you hit another quick sauna session at LA Fitness East Sporta in Henrietta. I truly appreciate the time. Just sit tight, okay?
thank you.